Welcome once again, Atlanta United family, to another episode of Resurge the Spike ATL, presented to you by FILA Sports Podcast. Here are all our social media platforms, as you can see above: YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Twitter. Go check us out, go subscribe, go comment. Join us in the chat, share it. Um, Tommy joining us here once again. We got Toronto coming up. In a couple of minutes. The lineup already came out. No Joseph Martinez. How do you think that's going to shape out? The flow of the system of like how the team performs today.
I don't know, That's my Canadian language that I have. I don't know. I mean, this worked. What we had that game against Orlando. I think Joseph didn't play, and I think there's
Yeah.
almost the exact same lineup, and we won. We dominated, and then we did that almost exact same lineup later, and we struggled. So who knows? Uh, it's we haven't seen this team in a couple weeks, so I think they've had an opportunity to try some different things. So, when we came off the last international break, we played Orlando and we destroyed them. So we got to hope that's for the best, because away games are important to win. And Toronto's, I mean, they've been playing a little bit better lately, but um, you got to win, and I don't think they've won in Toronto ever. So this is
Yeah, they have a pretty
big.
bad record in Canada.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I don't know. We'll see here. It's gonna be interesting though. I honestly thought that maybe they were gonna go with just maybe Robinson and Franco back there, and maybe get someone else in the midfield. But it should be interesting. But I'm hoping that the reason why they're doing all this week or today is that Joseph plays on Wednesday against New York. I don't know if this team's just really good like New England Patriots as far as hiding injuries. But they kept saying, "Oh, if he can play for 30, if he can give us 30 minutes, great." And now he didn't even travel with the team. So I saw his Instagram. He's got like all the um, pulsating things on. I can't think of what it is. I have like 4 of them, but yeah, it looks like he's getting his leg worked on. So I don't know, man. We'll see
it
how this
should be.
goes.
It should be, yeah, something like to see, whether, I mean, I feel like tonight is really the game that really decides, a lot, for Atlanta United, especially, when it comes to, even aspiring to even like have a playoff match, at Mercedes-Benz, which, something that, obviously is important for Atlanta. But I mean, I really don't know how really things how the flow is gonna come out. I really hope it comes out energetic.
It should.
After
I
the
think it should be.
it should be. I mean, you've had pretty much like the whole team basically pretty much rested for what 2 weeks. It should be a fresh start. It should be like there was an interview that they did, and a lot of them said that they felt like they were ready to go again. But who knows? We're gonna see tonight. I mean, Toronto. I mean, they've been playing decent lately. I mean, I don't know their lineup, but I
I
don't
haven't
know
seen
if
it either. But remember, last time they played us, and I think we won 1-0.
yeah,
What I
one, yeah,
remember, they didn't. They sat their starters in the first half,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
they all quietly started subbing in the second half, like almost like I'd say like 50 to 55 minutes. They threw all their guys out there to try to tie it. So
It
um,
was a pretty close game, yeah, right at the end. Yeah, I mean, like you said, it was 1-0, but I mean, it could have gone either way. I mean, I'm trying to look it up right now, the
yeah,
lineup
I'm
for,
looking at it.
but I
Bradley's
mean,
in. Uh, Soteldo's in.
he Soteldo, that's somebody that him there. That is gonna be interesting. Whether they're like the midfield, like between the midfield, the center midfielders, and the like Miles Robinson and Walks, are able to hold him. I mean, he's one of the ones that is a little bit more pacey with the ball. Is able to do a little bit more than the rest of the guys.
But
But
Pazuelo's on the bench, so I think that's good. You know, they're running out of season, so I'm honestly surprised. I thought they would throw everything out there. One, because it's Atlanta and they've got a little rivalry going, and two, um, their fans haven't had games for longer than any of the United States teams. So I thought that they would really try to give them a show. I think that's why they sat some of their guys against Atlanta last time, is because they wanted to save them for their home game. I think that was like on a Saturday, and we played them on a Wednesday. Pretty sure that's how it worked, one of those ways. But yeah, I mean, they got some power on their bench to come in here. So early on, they got to take advantage of scoring early, so that if these guys do come in, they're not either playing for a draw or hopefully not
I
playing.
don't think neither team are looking for a draw, honestly. I mean, I don't see this game. I mean, like you said, it's a little heated rivalry, in the Eastern Conference, between these two teams, and I don't see it, ending in a draw in any way. Uh, if it really comes, like what's this guy's name? Felipe. He was talking about this with Luis Araujo. I know we've seen it. I mean, you've seen it like the past two games. He really hasn't been um like really that difference maker like he was in the first 2 3 games that he had with us. But now is his opportunity for him to step up. I was listening to his spaces on Twitter, and he mentioned like he like he's one of those players at practice that he he looks like he has something to show you, like like something like he has to prove, and he feels like a bit frustrated, I guess, with like
He's a show
how
off. He's a
yeah, in a
show off.
way, yeah. You see that, like what the way that he plays, like I mean, he just has that, you know, that Brazilian swagger, I guess you could say, like he knows he's got the ability, he just hasn't really performed lately, that's the difference. Um, if he's able to perform, tonight and the upcoming games and the rest of the season, I mean, I feel like a lot is going to depend, on what he's able to unlock, between the defense and the midfield, tonight. And like I said, in the upcoming games, I mean, he's really got to be the difference maker. Him
And
and
he's gonna be a
Barco.
striker too. I mean, like, if there's depending on what they do in the offseason here, I mean, we talked about like Tito Villalba last week about how he kind of came off the wing and then played striker. Araujo has the pace to be a striker.
Yeah.
Now the
Yeah.
finish and the final touches, I don't know if where he's at with that, but we really haven't seen a lot of it. But he's got the opportunity to do that too. So even if we don't win MLS Cup, you really need to figure out where everybody belongs here in a Pineda offense. So that's why these games are just as important right now for the future, because now I'm sure he's in his head looking at all these players and saying, where are they gonna fit in next season, and then where are the holes, where are we lacking depth, and maybe even just what formations are we going to use next year.
Yeah, who's gonna come in, who's gonna come out? I mean, I heard some rumors, going around that there's teams interested in Miles Robinson, from Bundesliga, and
No, he's gone.
I mean,
There's no way.
him. I mean, there's even been rumors going around, of Bello, even before this season, the Turkish league was already interested in him. So
Yeah, I see Bello maybe as a one more year guy, maybe so he can make a step up into maybe a better league. I don't know. Uh,
yeah.
I think he still needs some work. I haven't been overly impressed sometimes with him, especially on the offensive side. I think he still needs to work on that, because
Yeah.
he's had plenty of opportunities coming down the wing where he has just whiffed it. He's done some good things. I don't want to downplay his improvements, but he's definitely got some things to work on the offensive side of the ball. So I would hope that they keep him for 1 year longer and hopefully continue to raise his value to the team. But that should be interesting. But Miles, I think that Atlanta is going to get paid. It's just going to be interesting on where he goes. after watching Manchester United today. I think they need a guy that knows how to play defense. So that would be very nice. But yeah, I mean, he's proven it, and I mean, it was fun the other day watching him playing for the U.S. and he tracked back and ran like 20 yards, maybe 30, to catch this guy that was pretty much on a break.
Yeah,
And
Brian Reeves, man, he was like right at the half of the field. He took off, and Miles Robinson was like way behind. And I saw that, like, it was
Feldman was
pretty.
shocked that he was that fast. Like, he made a comment. He's like, I don't think anybody knew Miles was that fast. I mean, yeah, I mean, he's looked good, and I mean, no matter what, if the World Cup was starting tomorrow, he's in the lineup.
Yeah, no
You had
doubt. Yeah.
you have everybody from every league, there. You have your optimal roster. He's still starting.
Mhm.
Um, and I a little bit of the Walker Zimmerman, seeing him play. I think Miles is better. I think that he's
He's
100%
definitely.
better. But the league paints Zimmerman as like the face of the league, and I'm like, I don't know why. Robinson's the guy, and Robinson's gonna be probably one of the best center backs leaving this league. And going big places. He's a little bit older, probably than what a lot of teams would want, but he's going to be good, and it's going to be really good to see how he finishes off the
I
season
mean,
here.
no, he's 24. I mean, he's still young. I mean, obviously, but I mean, he doesn't play like he's 24. He
No,
definitely
no,
doesn't. I mean, the
no, yeah,
guy, like, defensively, like, he's got, a pretty good IQ, to, like, know where, like, that one-on-one, like, he's like, I don't know. There was, I don't know if it was the Atlanta Twitter that posted something about, a picture of Virgil van Dijk and like compare him to Miles Robinson or something like that. And I'm like, I mean, I get it, but I mean, like, when it comes to like one-on-one defending, yeah, like Miles is that guy. Like, he's gonna soften the bag, like, and obviously, like you said, now he's got the speed. I mean, he's turning into something different. I actually saw something I didn't know. I really did not know that he actually used to play basketball too in high school.
mm-hmm.
And this guy was like a complete monster in high school. I mean, he scored like over 1,000 points like in his high school career, and then, like, he could have easily played basketball. But he chose to play soccer because he said that he was better at soccer. Which I
Yeah,
was like, I really did not know that. I was like, that's crazy. This guy, like, literally is like a freak, like a freaking like athlete. Like, that's what he is.
yeah, and I think George Campbell is the same way. They're just they're just built as these big athletes, and he's physical, and that makes sense because I've seen a lot of videos of him at Hawks games, so it makes sense that he's really into basketball. Curious if
Yeah.
how many Atlanta United players we see on Thursday. The Hawks home openers on Thursday, so I'm curious to see how many of those guys end up making it over there after we beat New York on Wednesday.
You think Joseph's gonna be at the Braves game tonight? He probably there.
I don't know. Maybe. I mean,
He
people aren't.
probably
No, I don't. If he is, I don't think he's gonna be sitting third row behind the thing.
right. He's
If
not gonna
fans
be
see
trying to
him
be
there,
seen.
if fans see him there, I think they're gonna be a little upset. Um, and
I mean, I don't think. I mean, personally, I don't think why they will get upset. Like, I mean, the guy is injured. I mean, and I get it. Like,
you support your team and you watch your team play.
right. I mean, he's openly, like, supportive of the Braves and stuff. Like, he's openly, said that he's been a fan of them. So it's not like he's gonna, like, if he has the chance to. I mean, he's there. So I mean, it's not like the man can't walk, get out of bed. Like, it's not like it's that,
No,
that
but you
bad.
watch
But
your team that you get paid for. You
right,
watch
yeah,
them.
no, I
I'm sure
get
he's not
that.
at the Braves game on YouTube TV watching the Atlanta game while watching I don't know, maybe. Or maybe he's sitting in a nice suite right now watching it both, the games on Bally Sports or whatever on the suite.
Yeah.
He's watching both.
Yeah.
Maybe he's doing that. I don't know. What's your prediction for tonight?
Man, I say 2-0 Atlanta win, man.
Ooh.
I mean, I just simply because of the fact that, they haven't won any away games, lately. Like, the last two away games have been like I'm not gonna say a
Tired?
mess because they've been close games, but you feel like Atlanta could at least gotten a point out of each of those games that they lost against Montreal and Philly. So I feel like they got a point to prove in a way, like defensively and offensively. So I don't see them blowing out Toronto either. It would be nice, but I don't see it happening.
Yeah.
I mean, I say 2-0. What about you?
Oh God. Optimistic Tommy says 4-1. Realistic Tommy says 1-1 draw.
I mean, a point. I mean, but yet again, you're relying on like a lot of results, to go on your favor. I mean, I know like the New York Derby still playing tomorrow. There's
Is
still
that
a lot of
tomorrow?
games, huh?
Is that tomorrow?
Yeah, that's tomorrow at 1, I believe.
Okay, so that's good for
Yeah.
Atlanta because
Yeah, I
they
mean
they
that's
have one less
yeah,
day for
that
Wednesday.
game, you want, either, what was more convenient, I feel like is a draw, New York Red Bulls are right underneath in the ninth spot, I believe, under Atlanta. So, obviously you don't want them catching up. And New York City is like a couple of spots above too. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're 40. I mean, for it, and we're basically sandwiched in between the New York teams at 40, 39, and 37. So yeah, a draw would be nice for all them. I know Philly and Montreal. Was it Philly and Montreal? They drew today. Um,
yeah.
but if we win today, we can move all the way up to tied for fourth.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, like there's still like that DC Nashville game, the Orlando Cincinnati, they're still gonna be like be played at the same time at 7:30. So like yeah, like about 30 minutes or so. And I mean those are a lot of games that really have a lot of, I guess, impact on like where the standings are gonna be at the end of today and obviously at the end of tomorrow, I guess.
yeah, yeah, it should be it's big, but yeah, that New York game is bigger than all these games really combined. I think this is
Yeah.
the last playoff team that they play against. That's up there. So um, yeah, if Joseph can play Wednesday, I'm more than fine keeping him home, not making him travel and all that. I think we were almost surprised that he played in that last game in Montreal for a little bit, and then look what
Yeah.
happened. He got hurt. Don't rush it with him. If he's better, he wants to play at home more. That's fine. There's a lot of Wednesday. It's either a lot of 2 games in a week here to finish.
Yeah, Wednesday and Saturday. That's a lot of the upcoming weeks and like a lot of the upcoming match.
Yeah. So let's prioritize. Let's keep them at home. Have them play
Yeah,
Wednesday. And I think after that, I don't think they play until the next Wednesday. So I don't think there's another. Then they'll play the following Wednesday. Then they got a Saturday, Wednesday, Sunday. So you got some spaced out games here. If he plays on Wednesday, then he's got a full week to recover for the next Wednesday game.
I mean they're not really trying to risk him either, like because say it really depends on like what happens. Like I say tonight, like really tonight, like it's a big game. As a lot of people don't really see. I mean, I feel like it's a big game, like really, and you really want to
Can't lose
have
to
like a
Toronto.
positive, huh?
You can't lose to Toronto. It's been
You
bugging me.
can't,
I had
yeah.
to look up this dude's height. So Sotelo, I've always seen him run, and it always just looks like a child's running onto the field. He's 5'3". He's 5'3". My,
No
my
way.
son is taller than he is.
Damn, he's pretty short for real.
Yeah. I remember like seeing him play, and I was like, I saw like Joseph like lifting him up in the air, and I was like trying to compare like where he was in the air to him. I was like, this
Yeah, and
dude's short.
Joseph's short too. Joseph is not
And
that
this guy got
tall.
paid too. Like, I mean, nothing against his height, but like this guy got paid, and like I remember when they signed him, like I think it was like 2 weeks into the season, like they made a huge thing that like this was the dude that was going to be a big guy in MLS. And I mean, I haven't really paid attention too much, but I don't think he's done that much in MLS. So it should I mean, we got to watch out for him for sure. But maybe Joseph threw him a little money on the side and said, take it easy on us.
I mean, like you said, he
Regarding
really
MLS
hasn't.
player gambling, got caught gambling, so we can't blame Joseph. That's realistic here, but yeah,
Yeah.
we can't do that.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, I mean, you really, I mean, the upcoming games a lot, like that's why I say today, like this game is like crucial, and then you have a lot of home games coming up, so it's really, I guess you could say a positive, road, that Atlanta have to take advantage of. Yeah, so um, what do you think in the off season? Like in the off season, do you see like any big moves coming, like like offensively? Like, do you see like like a big name, not like a big name forward, but somebody else, coming, or even somebody in the midfield, like a veteran player, somebody that knows the league and stuff like that? Because a lot of times, I feel like that's something that we've been missing. There's like a lack of leadership in the midfield, or like in the field, like you see it, whenever Joseph is there, like there's somewhat more of that intensity that he brings to the game. But a lot of times you don't see that in the midfield, one, because you have a pretty young team. A lot of people,
Jurgen Damm, 5-year contract extension, 10 years for Jurgen Damm. Extend him. I'm
I
not
don't
sure.
think it's worth
I'm already being stupid. No, I mean, yeah, they gotta make some moves. I know everyone said like the Jeff Lorenowitz, leader. You need more leadership on this team for sure. Someone to help run it, and um, I'm sure Pineda knows some guys, and who knows, there could be someone available from Seattle,
yeah, that would be
that he
nice.
might be interested in from there. But we really can't make. I mean, we already know that Barco and likely that Barco and Robinson are on their way out. So you've got 2 spots there, and you're probably going to make at least a very decent amount of bank on Robinson. Who knows what you're gonna to make with Barco here, especially towards the end of the season. We'll see how he does. But if you can make some money on Barco and you can make some money on Miles, you're gonna have some cash to float around with this offseason. But there's
Hopefully they
always
get
Almeida.
hopefully they get rid of Jordan Zahn too, and like paying him like $1 million.
I would be amazed if he's on this team. Amazed. I would put the chances at less than 1% that he's on this team again. Yeah, I mean, he'd have to do something crazy, but I don't even know if he's. I didn't even see if he's in the lineup. Oh, I'm gonna be so mad if he's in the lineup too. Because Kubo's there. Kubo's always just hiding in the background. No, he's not even
He's
there.
there.
Oh, he is there.
No, he is. He is.
Oh, damn
Yeah.
it. Oh man, if we see Dom and Torres come in, uh,
Yeah.
Ibarra's there.
Ibarra and Lopez are on the bench too.
Lopez can go away too.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of. I mean, like I said, that's why I was asking you, because I personally I see a lot of changes, a lot of changes. Um, I don't know if it's any good, because you're trying to build something, like a base group, and obviously, like we already know, some of these guys are going to be gone by the end of the year, by January, and like I say, I personally see a lot of moves, somewhat like, what happened in 2020, where like half of the roster got sent away.
Yeah,
Hopefully, we don't see any stupid moves like, we saw, like, where you let guys go that shouldn't have been let go. Hopefully the front office has learned something about that. I know, I asked Felipe
even Jake
about
Morani's
that.
gone.
I asked, yeah, I mean, a lot of,
I
like,
like Jake
seriously,
Morani. I like his speed, but I think that he's gone. I
Brooks
just
Lennon to me, man. I mean, like, he's good too, but I just feel like, there's
you could trade
just, I
him.
don't know. Yeah, or like, I mean, he could be like a superstar or something, like, use him more like as a winger, um, you know, that's all he really does, he just cross the ball. I mean, I feel like, guys like Franco Escobar, for he's still loaned out. I mean, he still got a contract with Atlanta United. I
Gone.
don't know if he would come back. I don't know, but I mean, I felt like he's got a little bit. He gave a little bit more to the team, when it came on the offensive side. I guess he was.
Maybe. Yeah. Well, Lennon's like third in the league, and I think chances created. At least he was like 2 games ago.
I mean, yeah, like I said, he really does I mean, honestly, he really does look a lot for the crosses and stuff. I mean, you feel like if there was a forward that was a little bit more accurate, there's been a lot of chances with Joseph. He just hasn't really been sharp this season.
No, he's slow.
Obviously,
He is slow. He's slow. You could see the chances coming. They're almost like telegraphed. Like that it's coming.
yeah.
So he's got to make decisions quicker, for sure, because people know that it's coming. He's got a little bit more creative. He's had some chances in the box. I think he had one in Montreal, or maybe it was the home game before that, where like he was just open in the box and just shanked it. But I mean, he's had some opportunities, and he's even said that he's had some opportunities to score, and he hasn't. So, yeah, man, I don't know. Should be interesting to see their moves, but we got to get there first, and we got to make the playoffs. We keep saying it, but they have to make the playoffs. This is a team that's their salary too high, too much talent to miss out. So tonight,
it's too much talent, man. It's too much. It's like too much talent. That's actually what I was gonna get into. Like, I asked Felipe that if he sees given the fact where we were at, in August after Rob Valentino took over, and they came and they brought a coach in immediately, and someone with a winning culture, from Seattle, was one of the guys that a lot of teams wanted. DC already had tried to get in touch with him, or got in touch with him, I guess, or if I'm not mistaken. So it would be considered like a huge failure, in the front office, given the fact that it's Atlanta's one of the richest teams, in North America, and you have the talent, you have the infrastructure. I mean, you have literally everything. Like I said, now they're bringing in this coach that has a winning culture. He's tactically
have a healthy striker.
Right. Yeah, that's something that it's really like the chances are there, the intensity is there. Sometimes like it lacks that at times. But I mean, like we were saying before, I mean, sometimes that lacks a little bit because of the lack of experience that there is in the midfield. I mean, Sosa's only like 21, 22. Rossetto is like around the same age, if I'm not mistaken, 23 or something like that. So they're not really players that have really had much experience. And coming from South America to here to the MLS is something like completely different, and a lot of these guys may be coming from like winning teams and stuff like that, but like I said, it's just different, adapting to the MLS. And hopefully you see a transition from hopefully if we make the playoffs, and then in the off season, there's more chemistry starts building up, for the following year.
For sure.
Yeah, man.
Well, I'm gonna try to find something to drink in this house. I feel like I'm gonna need it. Because this is the stress is starting.
I feel the buildup already, man. Like we haven't seen a game in like what 2 weeks, and I'm ready to see it, honestly. And I don't know, like I said, I hope personally I see like a vertical, up forward going game. I don't want to see like just them passing it between the midfield. Like I just want to see like straight up forward, like vertical play. Hopefully.
Well, we'll talk about it maybe on Wednesday before the game, right?
Hopefully, man.
We'll get back.
All right, dude.
Well, it out from then.
Like we said before, go share our content. There's our pages, on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Go follow us. Share our content out. And we'll see you guys next time. Hopefully, we got a win. Yeah, hopefully we get that win, man. So
score 3 goals, free poop.